In this tutorial we're going to talk about how to download and use the program Slic3r. To start with, you want to go to slic3r.org, which is SLIC, the number 3r.org. Once here, you want to select Download Now in the centre of the screen. Select the Windows version and choose the version that has x64 in the title. This will start downloading the program to your computer, as you can see in the bottom left corner. Once the program is finished downloading, click on the folder to open it up. Go into Slic3r, and then we want to select this one. Double click on that, select Extract All, and choose where on your computer you want to install this program. Once the extraction's finished, you need to go to the location that you saved it on your computer, so make sure you know where this is. In my case, I used the Windows folder. There you'll find a Slic3r folder, and this time we want to click again on the Slic3r application file. This will start the installation process. It can take a little bit of time for this to happen, but once it does, Slic3r should appear down in your taskbar. When yours loads, it might look slightly different to mine because I've had it previously installed, but the main features will be the same. In the centre you'll have a build plate. This is where your model will load. You can move this around by clicking the left mouse button, and you can zoom in and out using the mouse wheel. What we want to do now is add a file to the print bed. We do that by clicking the Add button in the top left corner. This will open your browser where you can find your design. It's really important here that you've exported your design as an STL file, because that's the file that we need. Once you click on your design, it will load in the centre of the screen. You can use the left mouse button to look at the design and see it from all the different angles. Now, one thing that we can also do using Slic3r is see exactly how it's going to print out by using the preview button down in the bottom left corner. If I click on preview, it will load all the extra supports that the printer is going to need for my model to print successfully. As you can see with my car design here, because the design is up off the build plate, a lot of support is going to be needed for my design to print successfully. All this green represents support material. We want to try and limit that as much as possible, because the more of it we have, the more likely the model will be damaged as we're breaking it away. So one thing to consider when doing your design is, rather than having it as one complete piece, splitting it into separate pieces that can then be glued together. I'll show you the effect of this. So if I delete this version, this is all the same pieces. It's simply been pulled apart so that I can print them separately and then put them together afterwards. If I preview this version, the amount of support material has dramatically reduced to just this tiny piece here, so my print will be much more successful and my pieces will go together just as well as they would have if I had printed it in one piece. This is something for you to consider when you're doing your design. We'll provide you with some super glue if you decide to go with this route and need to stick pieces together later. One thing to consider with your design when you first load it, as you look around, if there's pieces missing, something's gone wrong with your design and it won't print properly. So make sure that there's no gaps or missing pieces, that there's nothing sitting below the print bed or sitting way up in the air by itself. All of these things will lead to a bad print. If you do notice one of these problems, go back to Tinkercad or SketchUp, try and fix the problem, and then re-export your STL file. Check it again in Slic3r, and when you're happy with the result, upload it to the learning task that you'll find in your advisory class on Canvas. Remember, make sure that it's an STL file. If it's not, we won't be able to print your design. Good luck and happy designing!